Hey, what's up, everybody? So, in case you don't know me, my name's Mark. I'm starting this YouTube channel and this podcast series because recently I've had some setbacks in life. So, a little bit about me, and then I'll tell you about those setbacks. I'm a high school dropout. I actually dropped out of high school freshman year, halfway through freshman year, and crazy enough, I was homeschooled till 5th grade. So I only have I did the math with some friends, about 4.5 years of public and formal education. Um, and I've always been fat. Literally, at my highest weight, I was 344 pounds. That's my highest recorded weight, and I actually recorded that weight about a month into trying to lose weight. So my guess is my highest, I was about 360 pounds. I'm gonna pop a picture of me at my heaviest weight here up on the screen in a second. But anyway, reason I started this podcast is I've learned so many people have dreams and they want to go out and achieve, but we don't know where to start, or we get scared and we don't know what we're capable of or what our potential is. And I've always kind of been that way, a dreamer. In fact, I was just talking to my wife's cousin the other day, and she even said on Marco Polo, Mark, you're a dreamer. And so I didn't have any formal education or anything like that, but I grew up farming. So as a kid, my dad always bought the bull dairy calves from the dairies, and we'd raise them. Not large scale farming, but we always had a couple cows and a little bit of work. And when I actually dropped out of high school freshman year, I worked at a grocery store, and then I would farm at a watermelon farm from about March till about November. And I did that for years until one year somebody recruited me to a company to work strictly commission and in sales, and they showed me that I could get paid off my efforts, not based on how much schooling I had. Now, I get a lot of flack for this. People think I'm so against like school or higher learning. I am not. I actually think everybody should go to school. I think that now that I'm 30. But I really got into sales and learning it, and I sucked at the beginning. And I ended up learning sales, everything I could, every book I could get my hands on, every audio program, YouTube, all that stuff to learn business and make something of myself. And over about 10 years, so I just turned 30 this last summer, me and a friend, through lots of trial and adversity, we built his company from a few reps and not doing very many sales. We sold air purifiers, primarily door to door, but we did tons of different marketing and stuff, to a giant company doing about $2 million in revenue a year. And over the last little bit, some business mistakes, mostly on my end, were made, and it's not nearly as good as it used to be. In fact, I've stepped away from the company and I've lost everything. In 2021 was probably my highest income year. I made about $150,000 for a high school dropout. That's pretty good money. Plus, with my wife's income, we made about $175,000. Life was good, and due to some poor decisions on my end, I hate when people blame other people. These were my mistakes. One of our stores ended up failing, cost Nick and I lots of money, and I actually lost everything. I lost my home. Saddest day of my life was when they repoed my truck. I've lost everything. I'm kind of back at square one. And a lot of people have reached out to me and said, Mark, how come you're not depressed? Why are you not sad? Because I keep saying, well, the cool thing is I built it once, I can do it again. It's going to be a long journey, but we can do anything that we put our mind to. And a lot of people have almost been more scared for me than I have been. And so I decided to make this YouTube video series and this podcast because I believe we all have the potential to do something great with our life, but too many times we don't go out and do it. We let fear hold us back. and you could call it one of my greatest strengths or my biggest weaknesses, is I try to not let fear dictate my decisions. And so I'm starting a new business. I'm actually starting a sales company, and where I'm going to be trying to one, coach people and help them start their own businesses, but two, I'm going to be meeting with tons of different companies, trying to see if I can represent their products. There's some goals I have on this. I only want to represent products that I think truly help people, but I want to show people what's possible, that you can come back from literally losing everything. I mean, it got so bad here this last January. My wife and I, we actually moved into our office in Utah, and we took our conference room. Luckily, we had a shower in our office, but we took our conference room and turned that into a little studio apartment. And that's where we lived until we finally had to shut the doors this last June. And that was a hard, stressful time. I mean, losing everything is never fun. But the thing is, there were lessons learned, and that's only the end of the story if we choose to make it the end of the story. And so I wanted to make this podcast video series to show people that we can come back from anything. Whatever hits us, whatever comes our way, we can come back and try to learn and grow from that, and we can come out better than we were before. That's the whole concept of this. I had referenced my weight a second ago, then kind of ditched it, but so the one thing I feel like I've never been able to master is my health. Like I said, I'm 30 and I'm severely diabetic. Matter of fact, I was just walking home from the gym about a week ago, and I don't know if this was diabetes related. I probably should have gone to a doctor, but I didn't. But I ended up getting so dizzy that I passed out on my way home. And then when I got home, I drank some water and I ended up throwing up blood. So my health is not something to be like, I'm just bad at my health. That's one thing I feel like I can't master, but that I'm gonna turn into a mastery here on this YouTube series and on this podcast for you guys. So like I said, I originally weighed at about 344 pounds was what the scale said, but I had already started losing weight. I think I've easily topped 350, 360. The sad thing is I'm only 5'2". I am a short guy. So 360 at 5'2", that's like 450 if you're 6 foot. Like, just severely, I'm just never been good on my weight. But that's one thing I want to change while I help people and show people it's possible. You can go out and achieve your dreams. You can go and do whatever you want to do. And that's what this whole podcast YouTube series is going to be about. And so I would say over the last 10 years, I've become kind of a business and sales guru. However, with some setbacks and stuff, the story's not over. It's not playing out the way I envisioned it. But like I said, it only stops if you quit. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is show people that you can come back from failure and still go and help others, achieve your dreams, live to your potential. One of my favorite guys is Ed Mylett. I love listening to him, and he always says, max out your life. Matter of fact, I have his sweatshirt and his hat that say max out on it in the closet right there. But what does that really mean, max out your life? To me, it means every day getting up and trying to be a little bit better than the day before. So I actually have my success plan as I launch the sales company / consulting a little bit. And it's really simple. It's 3 steps. Focusing on providing value to people, whether that's providing value through coaching, which I'm doing for free right now, by the way. So if you're trying to start a business or learn and grow, call me. I can help with the sales side. Now, if it comes to the finance side, I'm not the guy you talk to, but if it comes to starting it and growing it and getting revenue and getting customers, give me a call. I'm really good at that. Personal finance or health, I'm not the guy to listen to yet. That is something I will master, but providing value, something I've done every single day, which is learn daily. Increase your craft. You know, I said how I'm a high school dropout. I haven't been to school in literally years. I have 4.5 years. If somebody graduates elementary school, they already got more public education than I do. But one thing I've done is I have studied every single day on 3 topics: sales, business, personal development. The funny thing is, one of my favorite quotes I got from actually a vice president of a company I used to sell for was, "Knowledge isn't power, it's the application of knowledge that's power." And I've spent a decade studying everything there is out there on sales, personal development, and business. And I have a lot of head knowledge. And I've been able to apply it pretty well, especially in the last couple years. But as far as fitness, I study personal development and fitness too. And I never have really achieved the results I want. And the reason why is because it comes down to your daily habits and your disciplines. And that's something I haven't been disciplined in my health. But as far as learning daily, one reason why I'm so good at sales and so confident, like I can go into any sales situation now and I can tell just by the tone and body language if that customer is going to buy or not, or if the rep or salesperson's asking the right questions, or if the marketing plan is going to work. Like I know that, but that's because every single day for at least an hour, I have studied the art of sales, business, communication, persuasion, and personal development, wanting to know why a customer buys or why they choose not to buy. And because of those consistent results every day, I've been able to, I'd say I'd mastered it. Now, master's kind of a double-edged sword, because I think the second you stop learning, Nala's all moving in the camera. Everybody say hi to my dog, Nala. If you're listening to this, my dog's trying to get comfy on the bed. So, but anyway, the reason I've gotten so good at sales is because I've done it consistently. And I think that's the thing that most people don't understand, is the work that we have to go through to be able to do something and achieve great results. The long, consistent grind. And that's why I'm making this, to show people, like I said, that you can come back from anything. So I'm hoping you guys come on this journey with me. I will be having different people on as guests and speakers that are trying to go chase their dreams. That's my whole goal. I've written down every day in my journal to inspire 1 million people to go chase their dreams, to make the world a better place. That's what I've always been about. That's one reason why I got so passionate about business, because if we can build and grow businesses the right way, we can improve other people's qualities of lives, we can improve our own, gain confidence. And that's the same way I view personal development, the same way I view health. And so I'm really excited for this journey. This is not something I'm very comfortable with, because one of my goals is to be completely transparent, show you guys exactly what I'm doing to get myself back to where I don't even know. I don't feel like, I feel like life's a journey, and I'm just excited for the journey. I'm not sure where the end goal is gonna be, but I know you guys are gonna be able to see it and listen to it. And so if you guys have any business or sales questions, or what I'm doing, or workout questions, or have workout advice or sales or business advice, please reach out to me. I would love to collaborate and communicate. I'm gonna be having people on that are out chasing their dreams, their goals, because I believe this crazy thing, but I believe in this thing called all ships rise. You know, if we were at a bay right now and we were looking out and the tide goes up, all the boats come up. And when the tide goes down, all the boats go down. And I believe that if we help each other and we learn and grow together, all ships rise. We can all go out and do more, be more, and achieve more. And that's what I'm truly passionate about. So I have lost a good amount of weight this last year. I'm down to about 265. It's not nearly where I want to be. I would love to shed about another 100 pounds. But I have lost a good 80, 90 pounds over the last year. And I'm excited to just show this with you guys. And just let you know that just because something's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. There's a guy I was watching, actually, let me say it this way. I was watching a YouTube series that I've watched for years that interviews entrepreneurs and how they've built their business. And they do everything from like coffee shops, car detailing, farmers, digital marketers. They basically just find entrepreneurs who started from scratch and have built successful businesses. And the other day they were interviewing a guy who actually does YouTube. He's making 15 to 20 grand a month on YouTube. And the thing is, I've watched this guy's videos before and I hated him because this guy doesn't sound very educated. He doesn't sound like he doesn't sound like somebody I'd trust. If you know anything about business, you know that people only reject your business for one of two reasons. They only don't buy for one of two. It's either you didn't build enough value or trust was broken. And when he talks, he's not somebody that I would listen to because it doesn't sound like he has a lot of trust. But as they interviewed him and he was talking about his business and how much he's making on YouTube and kind of his journey, it got me curious. You guys should go check him out, Reyes the Entrepreneur. And I went to his first video 7 years ago. And this guy left his family, moved to a new city with $200 in his pocket. That's all he had, $200 to his name. And he went out and decided to make something of his life. He didn't have 10 years sales experience and entrepreneurship experience like I did, but I felt like I'm kind of in the same boat right now. But this guy went out with $200, lived in his car, lived off peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and started making YouTube videos about how you can be successful. And this guy didn't go launch a company or anything. I think the video I watched of him last night was he bought a box of chocolate bars from Costco and then was going around selling chocolate bars in the park for like $1. And he was so excited about hitting his goal. And his goal was something super small, like $1,000 in a month. And I don't know where you're at in your journey. That might be a big goal for you. But for me, at the height of when I was running our company, I was making between $2,000 and $5,000 a week. So that's a small goal for me. But he was so excited, and just seeing how this guy hustled, I gained a whole new respect for him. And to see in what felt like forever in the moment, to see this guy struggling within 4 years, who's making tons of money on YouTube, on different businesses that he had started for his YouTube channel. And the guy is a totally like nice, incredible, confident guy, but because he went through struggle. And I think so many times we forget that it's okay to go through struggle. It's okay to not have everything out. One of the things I used to teach sales reps all the time was the word fail just means first attempt in learning. Like, it's okay to fail. There's lessons in everything. I spent a lot of time pretty sad and depressed as we lost everything, as I had to move into the office and then move back to Idaho, live in my parents' trailer while my wife stayed in Utah to work. Like that's hard. But at the same time, it's also an opportunity to build a great, even better foundation. Also gives me a good amount of time to focus on my health and getting that better. Because what good is learning how to sell and make tons of money and build companies if you die by 40 because diabetes took you because you just didn't pay attention to yourself? And so I'm excited. I don't know where this journey is going to go. I'm excited to have you guys come with me on the journey, for those of you that want to. But just know you can push through. You can become anything you want to be. You know, it's funny, life sometimes will change the script on you in an instant without you ever knowing. One of my efforts to save our company was I started a detailing business. So we sold air purifiers. We had a giant warehouse and beautiful office place in downtown Salt Lake. And when stuff wasn't working out, I decided as a way to start making extra money. So I quit taking any kind of pay, trying to reinvest it back into the company to save it. And so to get my own money for like groceries, gas, stuff like that, as I started detailing cars in our warehouse. I kind of turned it into a little detailing shop. And when we officially closed the doors, I thought, boom, I already know what I'm doing. I just spent 8-9 months learning it. I'm gonna start detailing full-time. I'm gonna make a detailing business. And then I get to Idaho and I start detailing. It's going pretty good. Detailing out of my parents' garage. do it for a couple months, and then all of a sudden one day on a Saturday, this was like, I think it was July 1st, end of June, beginning of July, I'm helping my dad move a fridge, and somehow, I still don't even know how it happened, but I was up in the back of the truck pulling on the dolly, lifting it up, while my dad and another guy were on the bottom lifting, and somebody yelled stop, and for some reason I was the only one that stopped, and they dropped that fridge on me, and got kind of hurt. And then 2 days later, I was driving back. This was on the 4th of July. I was driving back from the 4th of July parade, and while I was on a country road, I heard a loud pop. I was driving my dad's old pickup, same truck I drove back in high school, and all of a sudden there was all this white smoke on the passenger side, the passenger's front side, and I thought I blew a tire, and the truck started fishtailing. I couldn't control it. I ended up at about 55 miles an hour going through a ditch. I hit a tractor, and then I actually hit a car, and I pushed that car into a barn. Luckily, I wasn't too hurt. I was pretty much fine, but it did give me some shoulder issue and some lower back pain. And the reason I tell that story is I just opened a detailing business, solopreneur. I'm starting a company all by myself. My mom's helping me and my sister's helping me a little bit on the side, but it's just me, and now all of a sudden it hurts every time I detail. And it's still, the other day I was at the gym and I went to bench, and I only had like 10s plus the bar. What is that? 65 pounds, like nothing. And I went up and my shoulder just started popping and hurting, and I don't know what I did. One day I'll go get it checked out, but all of a sudden detailing wasn't an option. And when I was detailing, I quit getting enjoyment out of it because my shoulder was hurting. And so I ended up coming back to Utah, and the script changed. But that's only a negative if we choose to let it be a negative. And so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start this sales company. I'm gonna help people go achieve their dreams while I get mine, and I'm gonna lose the weight. And so I'm gonna be, like I said, bringing people on that you guys can hear their stories, hear their life. I believe that the best lessons in life come from experiences, and I'm not just talking good experiences. I look back at the hard times in my life. Like, I remember going out to Louisiana to Baton Rouge for the summer and doing summer sales, and I was selling home security systems door to door. And I ended up I had just had knee surgery before I went out, and I fell like a week into it and messed up my knee. And I remember trying to figure out, because I wasn't good at sales yet, every day trying to figure out, how can I sell? What's going on? And I would literally wake up, or even in the middle of the day, sometimes not even at night, but I would literally go hide in the closet and bawl my eyes out because I didn't know what to do. And that's the whole reason I'm doing this podcast. Is I think there's so many people out there who might be feeling the way I used to feel, and I want to give people the message of hope. But as I look back, those times were so hard in the moment, but I learned the most every time I went through one of those hard times. Showed me what I was made of, what I was willing to go through. And so that's the whole point of this. So hopefully you guys find some value in this. If not, I don't really care. You guys don't have to watch or listen. Honestly, if you guys don't find value in this, but yet you watch my videos, anyway, that's kind of lame. But anyway, so I'm excited. I'm excited to bring you guys on the journey, and hopefully you guys get a little bit of information from me or from other people, or some of the messages I'm going to be sharing that you can take, apply in your own lives to go achieve your dreams, to go help other people, and to help you on your journey. I think if we help one other person in this life, then we fulfilled our purpose. And that's what I'm passionate about, is helping people. I love it. I might not even know you, but just know you guys, I love everybody. I feel like there's so much hate and so much deceit, and the news only ever says the bad stories, that we forget about how beautiful and wonderful this life can be if we let it. And so that's what I want to share with you guys today.